to continue to promote you one way or the other?
Probably so. I may align with a TV network such as HBO or Showtime or something like that, but I think I'm gonna pretty much work independently as a promoter.
I think boxing fans hope that you and your father get back together again, Roy.
We're pretty much together now. It's just that the boxing part, it's very hard to do business with your family. Anybody who knows boxing knows that, oh, Cook just took a bad shot.
Yep, and he's trying to tie Barrera up.
Indeed.
Round 4 has been a pretty good one so far for Cook, and all of a sudden he finds himself in trouble as the round is coming to a close. Round number 5, it's scheduled for 12. Fast Eddie Cook in the white trimmed in red and blue. Had a pretty good 5th round, but Marco Antonio Barrera seemed to catch him right at the end of round number 4 as they're out here now for round number 5.
Cook here is showing a very strong heart, strong will, and strong sense of determination because he's been hurt bad in this fight. His eyes are starting to swell, one of them with a little blue spot up under, and he's still going like there's nothing wrong with him. So I have to give a guy a lot of credit for fighting a fight like this.
Boy, they are teeing off on one another now, Barrera and Cook.
Now, that's a slugfest we expected, and a behind-the-back punch by Eddie Cook.
Nice. I like to see stuff like that. He was being creative, you know.
He's been creative.
Hey, Roy, you could add that one to your arsenal. I don't think Carlos Padilla saw that one.
But this kid's throwing some strong, tight punches, and he's always dangerous during a fight. So
2 minutes remaining in round number 5. Barrera has Cook against the ropes, backing him up.
Oh, that hurt.
Sticks him with that left hand down in the liver.
And it seems that Barrera will accept to take punches just so that he can also let his.
He's smart. He makes Cook work. Then when Cook tries to take off, he works Cook. And he's beating Cook's body right now. It's really taking a toll on Cook. But like I said, Cook shows the heart of a lion. He stays right in there and he goes to war. And I just hope he's careful and not hurt by this guy, because this guy's throwing some good shots.
I think this is the first time really that Barrera's character and heart in there is being tested tonight, because he has eaten some hard shots from Eddie Cook as well.
But you can tell that Barrera is ready for this. Barrera coming into the fight probably knew not to take Cook lightly, but he came prepared for a battle. Actually, it looked like both fighters came prepared.
Cook hit him with a solid left, and Barrera never even flinched. Caught him flush, and he moved right in and threw punches in response. Barrera is tough to discourage.
Looks like a duplicate of Julio Cesar Chavez almost.
He's all over Cook now, backing Eddie up. And Cook trying to fight his way back. Boy, Cook is tough.
Man, he doesn't want courage, I'll tell you that.
He shows the champion's heart. He never gives up. That took a lot out of Barrera. That took a great deal out of Barrera.
He took at least 4 shots.
Yeah, Cook needs to go to his body a little right now. Cook will do good.
Cook coming on here in the close of round 5 after Barrera covered him with a barrage of punches.
Barrera's kind of tired now. Cook works his body. Cook has something here.
There's the bell. That's the end of round number 5. We've got a dandy going here.
The light heavyweight from Ventura, the Carpenter from Ventura.
Out they come for round number 6.
Well, you know, I tell you, I was delighted with anticipation when I heard that foreign matchmaker Antonio Curtis had made this match, Tom, because it just figured to be a slugfest, and we got the war in that last round that we expected.
Neither man has been down. It looked for all the world like Cook would not come out of the first round. Barrera was on him very quickly, but Cook has, while I don't think he's ahead on anybody's card, has certainly answered and responded to every onslaught Barrera has thrown at him, and they have been considerable. Fast Eddie, former WBA Bantamweight champion. Marco Antonio Barrera, undefeated, 33-0. Cook says he's never been hit, Barrera that is, by a guy who hits as hard as I do. Well, a couple of times he has kind of stopped Barrera in his tracks. But Marco Antonio just keeps coming on.
I think towards the end of the round, it was just basically all the work that he did at the beginning of the round. This is in the last round that I'm talking about.
Yes.
Fast Eddie Cook was born in St. Louis, but he's trained here in Las Vegas and lived here in Las Vegas, so naturally he has the backing of a lot of fans, and there was a lot of noise in this Caesars Palace Pavilion when he staged that rally at the beginning of last round.
Nice solid jab by Barrera. Pretty quiet round for Barrera. Cook forcing whatever action there is.
Tom, Barrera's having to answer some tough questions that every fighter sooner or later has to answer. You know, he's one, you know, he rarely loses a round in any fight we see him in. And he probably hasn't lost too many tonight, but nonetheless, he has tasted the leather and tasted the power of Eddie Cook.
And I don't think he liked it.
Barrera with Cook against the rope, pops that jab at him. Cook covering up, pushes him against the ropes. Wild left hand by Cook. Had good night written all over it. Barrera just watched it whistle by. Well, round 6 has quickly moved into the books. It's scheduled for 12, this fight. Quick check of the scorecard. Rich Murata says he's got Barrera up by 3 points after 6 rounds. Fernando has him up by 2 after 6. We're looking at action in round number 7, Sports Pavilion, Caesars Palace. Fast Eddie Cook in the white, trimmed in red and blue, former bantamweight champion. The baby-faced assassin, Marco Antonio Barrera. Undefeated, 33-0. And the talk about Barrera deserves a title shot, but where would you put him? What division? Bantamweight, super bantam, what?
He claims he could make 118 at the bantamweight, but I don't remember the last time he did make 118.
He used to be the NABF super flyweight champion, and then that's when he started zooming up. He couldn't make that weight limit anymore.
And he woke up one morning and he was 118 or 20 pounds. Left hand scores for Eddie Cook.
And I think I saw a little bit of hesitation on Barrera's part. He started going back, pulling back a little bit. And you would think that it would be Eddie Cook that would be tiring as time progressed.
You would think so. All of a sudden, Barrera swings into southpaw. Now he's back in the orthodox style. Nice body shots by Barrera. Cook comes back, answering with some shots of his own.
Did you see that little inside work too?
Oh yeah.
Eddie Cook grabbed the head of Barrera, pulled it down, and punched with the other hand.
Hit him a couple of uppercut shots, where Carlos Padilla could step in and break them in. Half a minute remaining here in round number 7, scheduled for 12.
Both fighters in great shape.
They seem to be, Fernando. As round 7 is coming to a close, we'll find out about conditioning. It's scheduled for 10. We'll be back. Taking a moment here, and now the bell brings him out for round number 8. Did I say 10? It's going to go 12 rounds, or is scheduled to. This is the 8th round. Cook got a standing 8 count in round number 1. It looked very much as though Barrera was going to dispatch him early. But since then, it has been a very, very tough fight for both men.
You know, if Cook loses this fight to Barrera, which may very well happen, he'll be the most shocked guy in Las Vegas, I think. When we talked to him yesterday, have you ever heard a more confident kid? And I mean, it didn't seem like phony bravado either.
He had all the confidence of a used car salesman, no question about it. Well, Fast Eddie's face certainly shows the effects of some solid shots that have landed. Compliments of Barrera. Eddie couldn't fool the panel on what's my line tomorrow, I can tell you that. Barrera, on the other hand, never changes expression. Barrera thought he got hit low, started to back up, got hit in the head, kind of a butt, and also thought he'd taken a low shot, backed up a little bit, and Cook was all over him. Well,
if I was Eddie Cook, that's just the way I do it. I'd try to rough this guy up, turn it into a street ball.
Did you see now? Did you see Barrera also waiting for him with the hit?
Yeah. A little trickle of blood coming from the nose of Barrera. Well, I think Eddie Cook has proved one thing, gentlemen. He is indeed as tough as anybody Marco Antonio Barrera has fought, and perhaps tougher than anybody else.
Yeah, clearly the best Barrera's been in with.
Cook backs him up, has him against the ropes, throwing punches. Blood trickling slowly, bit by bit, from the nose of Barrera as Cook backs him up again. Solid combinations by Cook. Hooks to the body and bring it up to the jaw. A solid left hand by Cook. His best round, Rich Verrata, I think.
Yes, and Barrera was showing something else we always wondered about, a chin. He's got one.
Yep.
He's been hit some solid shots to the chin right in this round and hasn't flinched.
Oh, he nailed Fast Eddie with a right hand, and Eddie's in trouble. Cook is in trouble, and Barrera's on him, jumping all over him. Cook goes down, and I think they're going to stop it.
Unreal. What a rally by Barrera at his very worst moment in the fight.
He was having his toughest round when he nailed Cook with a right hand, and with that punch, why, he then opened up the floodgates, a flurry of punches against Cook, and the fight stopped, and Cook's unhappy about it. But I think, in point of fact, as we look back, you'll see that Cook was in a lot of trouble, and Barrera had hit him a half a dozen shots without answer.
I think, Tom, that Cook went down, perhaps voluntarily there, to try to escape and get a few seconds breather from that unbelievable assault and barrage landed by Marco Antonio Barrera.
Let's take another look at it. When it seemed as though Barrera was having trouble, bang, that right hand. And from that point on, Rich, look at that barrage of punches.
Hard shots, Tom, right on the chin. A little wild right there. Cook, though, couldn't do anything to tie up Barrera, and that was his problem as he went down to one knee, and referee Carlos Padilla stopped it at that point.
So the baby-faced assassin turns everything on, hitting Eddie Cook on time and stopping it in round number 8. That's his 34th without a loss. Jimmy Lennon Jr.'s got the official time. Jimmy, if you will.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes 31 seconds in round number 8. The referee in charge, Carlos Padilla, stops the contest. The winner by way of technical knockout. He is still undefeated and still the Penta-Continental Super Bantamweight Champion, Marco Antonio Barrera.